Hi viewers, it's your girl Ify. Today you're welcome to my vlog. If this is the first time of you watching me, please do consider to subscribe to this channel. I'm just coming from the therapy center, but I decided to make this a quick one. I hope it's a quick one. Yesterday I was talking about Napoli being, I wrote Napoli è bellissima, meaning Napoli is very beautiful and very nice. This is the city where I stay is Napoli. Napoli is in Italy. So yesterday I went to the sea and I fish, should I say fish or catch, some seafood, some shell seafood. We call it tellina here in Italy. A lot of you mistake it for stones. They are not stones, they are seafood. Look at it, they are seafood. I'm like, I put my hand under the sea and I catch them. I didn't cook them unfortunately yesterday because I was so exhausted and I was so super tired. We ate at the seaside at the seaside restaurant. I couldn't make any food when I come back home, so I preserved it. This is how to preserve your seafood when you don't get to eat them the day it was bought. Just like a towel, you wet it and you put the seafood inside, and like you, it's like nothing, you knot it like this, a little water in the bowl, put it inside and just put it in your fridge, in the fridge, not in the freezer. This was how I preserve it. I'm probably going to cook it this evening. I didn't cook it yesterday. I told you I was so exhausted, that was why I preserve it like this, but probably I'm going to cook it this evening. It will not pass this evening because it's so dangerous to keep seafood for a long period of time. It can cause health issue, it may cause something else. Rotten seafood and fresh seafood is bad for the health. So, and this is how I preserve mine when I don't get to eat it that very day, but it won't exceed today. But if like yours, you have seafood that you don't feel like eating, the best thing to do to preserve it is to pre-boil it, boil it a little with small parsley, a little salt and a little ayo, and with a little water, so there will be like sauce in it. Then you allow it to cool down, you put it in a bowl. The quantity you will consume probably when you want to cook it, because it's not good also to bring out something from the freezer, defroze it, and after taking you put it back. It's always advisable to put the quantity you will eat. When you bring it out, you just consume that without putting it back in the freezer again. Instead of you doing that, you divide the food into two and put it in separate bowls, so you get to bring out the quantity you want to use. That is how to preserve the one you want to conserve for long term, that you don't feel like eating in 2 days, 3 days. You can put them in the freezer, but for this is the way to preserve it fresh, in like a towel, inside the towel with some water, and in your freezer the next day you consume. I was talking about Napoli being cheap. Napoli is good, it's a good place to be in. It's one of the nicest Italian city that is affordable for the people that are not so rich. In Napoli, when you are in Africa, you feel at home in Napoli because their ways is a little bit like we Africa. It's only in Napoli in Europe. I don't know about other places. You will see someone in a balcony, and you know what? They are like, they live near to each other. I'm living here. My sister is living in the next house, and sometimes they just like your sister calling out to you, Maria. They will be shouting. In other places you don't get to hear that. A Napoli person will be very free with you, I've gone to other cities like Perugia, Milano. You don't get to see this. You hardly see people so much associating with you. But with Napoli, everyone is friend. You go to people's house like Africa, but it's not good you go to people's house without informing them. But sometimes it occurs. This is Napoli for you. That is why I feel at home in Napoli as an Africa. Napoli is cheap. A lot of people come from different parts of Europe to purchase things in Napoli to send to Africa. It's a good commerce city where things are affordable for the people that, you know. So Napoli is very sweet. I love Napoli. Napoli is like a home for me. For 13 years I've been here, and it's a very nice place to be. This was what I was explaining yesterday. So these are not stone. For people asking that does not know what I was saying in my video yesterday, these are not stones. These are seafood, shell seafood. I picked them myself in Napoli water, Napoli sea, without paying a dime. Napoli is very sweet. It's somewhere you should consider visiting in summer and enjoy your summer holiday. Okay, that is what I have to say today. Do have a nice day, and God bless.